No more fucking around. It's Wild Style Radio. Wild Style Radio. Style Radio. Radio.
Stand up and shout! Stand up!
What's up? We're back. It's the Stand Up and Shout Rock Show. We're coming to you live on a Friday night from Salisbury Center Studios in Manassas, Virginia, on the Wild Style Network.
Yes, sir.
My friend.
Friday night metal night. We haven't done this
In quite some time.
at least 6 months,
Yep.
where we like broadcast live with bands
Yes.
on Friday
Oh,
night
wow.
metal night. It used to be a regular. Our first year, we got nothing. We got Scott, the producer, back running the show
The
again.
OG.
Scott, how's that feel? Don't lie. Come on, Scott. Oh, look, you're not ready.
Oh, there it is.
You're not
There
going
we
to
go.
talk?
There we go.
You're not going to talk? There's another podcast, The Tribe Called Jess, and they're kind of a lifestyle podcast,
Okay.
for lack of better words. And you got good-looking ladies talking, you know, relationships and attractive topics.
That could be that tonight as well.
Yeah, they call you Baby Scott.
You're right, baby boy, yeah.
Sounds like The Bachelorette, but like
Right.
podcast.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, we're here. You want to introduce the band?
Yeah,
We're here
so
with the band.
it's Friday night, and joining us in the studio is American Dream Machine.
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
Let's start with Sean, and let's do some intros.
So I'm Sean. I'm the singer. I also play guitar sometimes. Yeah. Well, this is American Dream Machine.
Name's Evan, and I play drums along with some backup vocals and screams, and I like to party.
Tribe Called Jess is coming in right now.
There we go. There we go.
Let's go.
All right. I'm Nick. I play guitar all the time and then sing sometimes. You know, and I'm old enough to party. All right? Stealing my thunder here, man.
And I'm Adam, and I'm just the bassist.
All BS.
Dun, dun, dun.
He just flew in 2 hours
I'm the
ago.
bassist, bro.
Yeah.
The fucking bassist.
Yeah, dude, that's important. Bass is important, man.
I
Me
feel
and
like
Evan.
I feel like
We're the
after
glue.
that low-key introduction, everybody now wants to party with you.
I'll take it.
All right.
He is the
They
one to
don't
party
even
with.
know.
He's a party animal.
No.
You should see his guitar
He
picks.
is usually the bassist.
Absolutely. Yeah. So tell us about American Dream Machine. So we'll say this will be the first time for Kevin and I seeing you. We're excited to say that. So, like, what are we expecting to see tonight when we see your show?
High energy. High energy. That's what. That's the whole point of our live shows. We want to do as much energy as possible.
Excellent.
Just to, what's the point of a slow show? You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
People came out to have a good time. You know, they don't want to sit here and hear acoustic songs. They want to punch somebody.
Yeah.
Softly, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe push mosh. I don't know.
We got the heavy ballads.
We do have a heavy ballad,
A heavy
but it's still
ballad.
heavy. You know.
You can still party to it.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we tried to take like the early 2000s like emo post-hardcore sound and then bring that to this day and age.
Excellent.
And we're on our second album. We just put out our second EP. We did a full length called Dead Hearts. Then we just put out a Cabin Fever EP, and we're about to do our second album called I Hate It Here.
Excellent.
And that's gonna be out sometime this summer, I hope.
So,
Yeah.
One day.
We started recording it in 2020.
Uh-huh.
We finished it in 2020,
Okay.
and it is now 2025.
Right.
So it's coming at some point. It's not on us. I promise you, it's not us.
You should just like throw a dart at a calendar or something.
Yeah.
Just be like, okay, August 25th, everyone.
That's it.
It's a Sunday, but whatever. It's the next next
2042.
release day.
Get ready for it.
I'm just waiting to turn 40. That's it.
Yeah, right.
So it's essentially ready to release, or
So we've put out about 8 songs on it. And nowadays people don't want to hear that. They don't want you to just drop the whole album.
Right.
They want you to put out single by single by single by single. So we were doing that. We ended up recording about 16 songs. I think the album's only going to be about 13. But we are still waiting on a couple of those to come back and to get the whole thing together. But yeah, it's a process. There's a lot of people involved, and it just takes time. Takes time.
Sure. Now you guys mentioned, some post-punk category is of influence, are there any specific bands that that you really kind of like name as your influences?
For me, yeah, definitely. Coheed and Cambria, Seosin, all of those like kind of post-hardcore like 2000s bands. The stuff that I listened to when I was in high school.
Sure.
On our first record, like 6 of those songs I wrote when I was in high school.
Okay.
And just always had them in my back pocket, was just waiting for the band.
Sure.
And then I got these guys.
Excellent.
So it was like, all right, let's do it.
Yeah. Did you guys already know each other from that time from high school, or did you guys?
Nope.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
gotcha.
no. Well, me and Evan have known each other for a long time.
Okay.
But when did we meet, dude?
I mean, at least 15 years ago.
At least.
About.
I met him when he was a sweaty like teenager.
So interesting story. He used to play in a band. What was it? Madison Apart.
Yeah.
It's called Madison Apart. He was the bassist for it, and he had this fucking crazy emo haircut. And I decided I wanted that haircut, and which was funny because I never really listened to the band, but I saw his haircut. I was like, dude, I gotta have that. And that was like 13, and then fast forward a couple years, I'm meeting him, and then I'm eventually playing in a band with him. It's just kind of funny.
Sure.
Went from wanting his haircut to wanting to get up there on stage and play some music with him. So it's just funny, full circle kind of moment.
Dude, I didn't know you wanted that haircut.
Yeah, dude.
I've never heard this. This is news to me.
I need to see this haircut. I might want it.
Yeah, like 17 years later, you're hearing this.
It was pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty sick haircut. I had the full swoop in the front, and then just the back was straight up. Man, it was awesome. It was awesome.
Totally hot topic.
Right.
Very hot topic. Very hot topic.
And tonight will be the night.
Man, maybe we should get you on some vocals, dude.
So Nick and Adam, how'd you guys come into the picture then?
This guy. Adam, you can give the story.
So I had joined these fellas last June, probably a year ago.
Yeah.
They needed a bassist to fill in on their tour, so I came along, and then I brought Nick along with me. Me and Nick were in a band, Kingsman, from Rhode Island, Massachusetts area. And I just brought him along for this journey, and I'm happy that all 4 of us are together.
Yeah,
Actually doing
it was what, last June?
July,
Yeah, it was, I think, like, about this time of the year, actually, last year. And he texted me, he's like, hey, how fast can you learn 6 songs for for like 35-minute set? I'm like, when do you need it? So I did it. So he gave me the songs, and I looked them up and did everything I could to learn them as fast as I could, and I did it in like 3 days?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, I sent you the songs, and you flew out the next day to meet up with us. And you just hop on stage.
Yeah, it was because I came off another tour. I was filling in for this other band, and then he was already kind of giving me little inklings of like, hey, this may happen. Mm-hmm. But I was like, yeah, I don't know. Let me know when it's serious. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, this is serious. I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I came in and we did a couple shows together. Then we did Incarceration together.
Yeah. Yeah. This dude came in and saved us. We had a trouble with one of our previous members, previous guitar player. Mm-hmm. Just band dude stuff.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'll leave that for everybody. You fill in the blanks. And so we were like, dude, you can't be doing this stuff, man. Uh-huh. Like, we're all connected, we're all tied in together, man. If you want to be on the road doing crap like this, like, you got to get out of here, man.
Sure.
And so he flew. We were on tour, already like 4 shows in, and had to do what we did. And
I think I had like a day notice of like when you guys are going to send him home.
Yep.
And then after that, like, okay, this is the date, and the next date there's no one. So please be here,
Yeah.
Which once
please
you
be
came
ready.
in, like
That's a
as
little
soon as we got to you, we got together in the parking lot. I was just running over the set constantly,
Right.
just to make sure. But he fucking killed it.
Yeah,
he
nice.
killed it.
Congratulations.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. That's a little
hopped-
pressure.
We didn't skip
I
a
don't
beat.
know. It's like I've always, I don't know. I like to work under pressure.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'll put myself in that situation every once in a while, just just because I can every once in a while, and I just like pushing myself a little bit. So
Sure.
it's like 6 songs in like 2 days to have to impress everyone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah.
I tried to do my best.
Yeah. Trial by fire.
Literally.
Ironically, we had an old song together called "Trial by Fire."
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
We did.
It's a good song.
And
title.
Testament too. We're big Testament fans.
My man. Yeah.
So, Sean, you were mentioning before while we were off the air, you've been here before. It was obviously the venue used to be a movie theater.
Yep.
So you're local to the area.
I am very local.
Rest of the band sounds like you guys are from at least originally outside of the area, but you guys based here now?
So we are. Me and him are. These guys still live. He lives in Rhode Island.
Rhode Island,
and
he's
he's in
Ohio.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
So we got we had to fly them in to be here, obviously. They were supposed to be here last night. Both flights got canceled.
Wow.
Weather sucked.
Yeah.
That crazy storm that came in.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of picking up the van. I had to drive up to Maryland yesterday. I was driving the van back on 495. That storm hit and tree falls over, took over the 2 right lanes.
And you weren't driving. You were just stopped.
Literally stopped. Dead stopped.
Yeah.
But so their flights get canceled. And then they got switched to what it was. Yours got switched till tomorrow,
till
right?
this morning, which then that one got canceled.
Damn.
So I was on the phone with United. Thank you, United, for figuring this out.
Oh, good on
At
you.
4 a.m.
Love it, airline.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They rebooked me on American, and I got here, walked in the building, and these fellas were already on stage waiting for me for sound check.
You know what's crazy is we weren't even waiting. Like you got there
It
at
was
the
just
perfect
perfect
time.
time. Yeah.
Like we looked up, and I was like, "Oh my god!
It
Oh
was
my
just-
god!"
It was true rock star stuff.
It
Like, I'm
was.
just gonna fly to the venue and get up on stage and sound check.
And that's it, dude.
I'm glad you got to enjoy that. I actually had my instruments damaged today.
I did not enjoy it.
Yeah. His guitars got messed up from TSA.
way.
Yeah, so I play like the Jackson King V's,
Uh-huh.
and just because they take them out of the case because of how big the case is, I was talking to United and I was like, "What happened here?"
Yeah.
And the woman was super cool. She was an older woman named Eli, and she's like talking to me about like Mastodon, Gojira, Lawrence Shore.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Okay, you're playing a band, whatever. I'll take care of you." And she's like, "United will not do this. This is all TSA." And they're the ones that will actually go inspect things. There were like chips on all my guitars that were not there all of like 2 hours before.
Yeah.
Harsh. That's terrible. Yeah.
You hate to see it, especially with the cases that you guys have because they're like built for flying.
That's what they're meant for.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Enki
It's,
case.
it's almost as like if they open it and then like, oh yeah, I'm gonna.
Well, you have it
Ferris
easier.
Bueller's Day Off,
You have
like-
like normal shapes, and then like with the V, it's like they're going bam, bam. Oh shoot. Oh, this is how you put it back in. Okay, hopefully no one notices. You know.
See, he's definitely not going to see that immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, TSA sees the Enki case. And they're like, all right, grab the chisel set.
Legit. Yeah.
Do you have like the locks on them?
No, because they have to still go in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna ask you for the key or something.
Because like I don't travel with guitars, but I travel for my job, and I have the travel locks on my case I take
Yeah.
with me, and I always have to go, especially going in and out of Dulles. I have to go there and pick it up and show an ID. They don't even mess with it.
Okay.
Well, it's
I
funny
might
because
try that
the
then.
last time that I flew with my Enki, and when I opened it, there was a little like postcard in it saying that
We
it
went
was
through
fully
it.
we went through, it was fully inspected. If you had a lock on it, we're not responsible for breaking it. It's just like,
Oh my God.
okay,
Yeah.
it's wild. I'm
I
like,
actually
thanks,
have the
guys.
thing right here because I still need to call them.
Lay.
Yeah. During the inspection, your bag and its contents may have been searched for prohibited items. If it was unable to be opened because it was locked, the officer may have been forced to remove the lock.
So we broke it and set it on fire.
Pretty
But
much,
it
yeah.
says that we're not responsible for any damage. I'm like, you broke into it.
If I did that, that's a crime, but...
It's a bit of an anticlimactic story. Like if like in a Rolling Stones way, if you got it busted for weed, you could then, then it's a party story.
Yeah.
But this is just like a general check.
Yeah. It's nothing crazy. It's just
Right.
like, I'm just trying to come here and do my thing.
Right.
And it's like, okay, yeah, here are your tools, and they're broken now.
Right.
They're kind of broken.
Good
There's
luck,
some new
guys.
scratches on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a new twist for this show. I know. I'm so sorry. Well, we're glad you're here.
Yeah.
And you're playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything's like up and running. And
With the
good to go.
same
Oh, yeah.
dented guitars and everything. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
It's just been a 24-hour journey.
So what do you guys do? How do you rehearse? How do you handle that with the geography that you have?
So we have like a set like a Logic session that he does live drums for that we all practice to. And then when we try to get here early before we have to go out on tour or something, a couple days early, and just practice. Yeah, we make it work. We make it work. It is
impressive.
It is tough not being in the same state. It'd be way better if we were all together. We would do so much more.
Absolutely.
If we could. But it's just not that easy, man. Virginia's so expensive to live in too.
Right.
Like it's insane.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
it is what it is. But we make it work. We try. We try.
And when you guys are writing new songs, doing that like over Zoom and
well, we try to jam in the
trading
room a
tapes
little
back
bit.
and forth, and
If we're writing together, I think it's way better if we're writing like in the room, playing live, and just like jamming around. But somebody will have a riff, or I'll have a riff, and then we'll send it around, send it to him, and then I'll go down to the studio with nothing, and then we'll just write it in there. It's a hodgepodge everything, really. I don't try to be rigid with that, just because writing is such a fluid thing. You know what I mean? So if you try to put rules on it, it just doesn't make it work. You know what I mean?
So you do
Fast
that
and loose.
collectively then? You guys are like really approaching writing as a collective, and there's really not, say, one or two that are doing.
Yeah, no, 'cause it's-
We try to. We
because
try
it's,
to.
It's what's best for the song.
Yeah.
It's like if the melody is coming more natural, just strum a couple chords and bounce it off of Sean, then that's one way. Or maybe it's like here's this cool melody that's came through like a synthesizer, or because I know like 7 Stories, right? They get that right. It's like you want to back something up with that, and then go from there.
Right.
And then he can work his way around that.
Sure.
It just depends on what we're coming up with and what the vibe is.
Yeah, or someone will be like, "Oh, dude, this would be cool to write about." Adam's really good with the video ideas, man. He's got all the good stuff.
He's the visionary.
Yeah, this dude sees it.
Yeah?
He sees
I
it.
remember when I first joined the band and you showed me, what's it? Not Cabin Fever, but the other one.
The worst?
No.
Seeing Ghosts.
Nope.
Was it off the EP?
It is off the EP.
Ritual?
Nope, the other one.
Oh, Echoes.
Nope, the other one.
Drag the Lake. I named all of them. I went through all of them.
Fairly new to this band still, but as soon as I heard that, I already had the imagery in my mind. I called him. I'm like, yeah, we got to do this.
Nice.
Eventually, we got to do this, So
Yep.
Yeah.
What are the song titles again? Say it one more time.
that one. No, not that one.
Pull
The
out your
next
cheat
one.
sheet. Pull out your cheat
We
sheet.
saved the best for last. Drag the Lake.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite track off that EP. For sure.
It is good.
It's a great song.
It's a great song.
Yeah.
It's a great song.
So tonight's gig is the first time you'll be performing live to an audience here at Salisbury Center, but you guys actually shot a video here.
We
Talk
did.
a little bit about that.
We did. We shot our Cabin Fever music video thanks to the one and only Alexander Van Stone. He's the man. He is the absolute man. And then obviously everybody here, Scott and Jason and Ryan and everybody, they were so accommodating. And Chris, everybody, to let us come in here and just do it and use this amazing room.
Sure.
It was so awesome. So awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll test Scott's skills and see
I
if
know,
he can
Scott, like we're gonna put
pull
you
the video.
up. Look, Scott, instead he drops a timer. Instead, like you all are talking too much.
You could have done that with the video.
My body was
Taskmaster
hurt.
he
I know,
is.
right, Scott? Damn, you didn't do that 2 years ago.
We're on a crunch.
You were so polite 2 years ago.
He found a new website, so
right?
he's showing it off. So talk a little bit about the song and the video.
So the song Cabin Fever is about being trapped in your head. And it's and just like that idea of cabin fever, of like you're out in the woods and you're just stuck in one place and it's starting to drive you crazy, but that place is you. So you can't leave. You can never leave. You gotta just and if you start going down that spiral, you're gonna keep going and going until you're in a really, really, really bad place. So that is what we tried to get with the video too. That's why we did it in here, and it's just blackness around us. It's just all dark. And then Alex did such a good job with the CGI. And we built this cabin all in Unreal Engine, and we got to just do it. We actually got to sneak in. This is my favorite thing, and nobody knows this.
Is this the thing we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, yes. So one of my favorite shows of all time is Supernatural. Love it. I I love it to death. So we figured out a way to sneak in a little Easter egg in that music video. So outside of the cabin is the car that they drive in Super Electro. And there's a couple shots where you can see it through the window. Nobody said anything online about it. So, I mean, we were sneaky about it. But, God,
Well, it's an Easter egg. You're not supposed to just tell them outright.
you know what, guys? Pay attention.
There we go.
Yeah, so while we were doing the Unreal Engine stuff, I was just thinking, because you can do anything. You can do anything with it. I was like, can we sneak this in, man? And then Alex was like, yeah, I think I have to look up the model. What do we pay, like $80 for it?
40?
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yep.
But yeah, basically, because most car commercials, it's a CG car, not the actual car in it. And they just like fly a helicopter over an empty road and then CG composite the car.
Sure.
So all the car companies have their models up online for all the different years from like the last 50 years. So this was a 1965 Impala.
Yep.
And then I found another one that was a 1967 Impala that let me change the glass textures because one had an interior and the other didn't.
Yep.
You were able to like add the raindrops on the glass and everything.
Yep. It looks so sick. And that is the car from Supernatural. That is what the Winchester boys drive.
Specifically Dean. Remember that.
Yeah,
It's
Sam,
Dean's baby.
It is baby. The name is
Yeah.
Baby. Dean drives. Sam never drives.
On a rare occasion.
Once or twice.
Yeah.
Maybe when Dean's hungover or something. I don't know. Or is possessed by a demon or something. You know, who knows? But yeah, I mean, and that's the thing about being an independent band is like we get to make decisions like that. You know, we get to put ourselves into it, and we don't have anybody else that's gonna tell us like, nah, that's not cool. That's not. When is it coming? You know, it's outside the window. There's a raining shot, and you can see through it, and there is that car. Ah, that's it.
Oh, there it is,
That's
right there.
It's right there.
Look at that timing. Perfect timing of the conversation.
Wait, I get a couple things right around.
All right, so look, we have a minute and 20 seconds left. So where can we find more of American Dream Machine? Where can we find you guys and upcoming shows? We like to make plugs, but this is being broadcast live. Everyone's sitting on their ass on a Friday looking for something to do. Come down now.
Yep.
But if you can't come down now, where can we find you?
So we're all over online. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, anything you can stream any music on, we are on that. We're on YouTube. We have a Discord server. We have Facebook, Instagram. All of our handles are American Dream Machine, one word. There might be an underscore. Find us on TikTok. We're you type it into Google, we're coming up.
Any upcoming shows that you want to mention?
So we got 2 shows. After this show tonight, we're playing in Akron, Ohio tomorrow, and then we're playing in Altoona, Pennsylvania playing at the Vortex and McGarvey's. So if you're out there and you want to come to a show and have a good time, come on out.
Nice.
We got a couple more shows coming up in the next couple months. We can't really talk about it yet, but it's coming.
Excellent. Awesome. Good stuff.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having us.
Evidently not allowed.
Are we going over at this point now? Or?
I think we're over. He didn't keep it up to be in.
That's what I thought. Yeah. He had the timer and it just kind of disappeared.
The feed may have already been cut. I don't know.
He said we're going. All right.
All right. Well, we'll get you guys out here and get you on a stage. That's where you should be.
We appreciate you guys for having us. Thank you so much.
absolutely.
It's a good time.
All right.
We'll do it again.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
All right.
Yes,
We'll be here.
All right. See ya.
Alrighty on.
Later, guys.
Guys, are you having trouble in the bedroom? Is your stroke getting weak? Do you not be able to buzz like you used to? Well,